Am I free to go?
No.
Why not?
Free to go.
Why not?
I just need to check, see if
No,
you...
Do you have a ID on your driver's license?
Have I committed a crime? How's that no reason?
Because you couldn't see it, now you do, and now it's there, and I got pulled over. I'm completely legitimate. I am a Texas registered, it's legal in Texas, everything's legit. I got pulled over for no reason.
No, it's not a no reason. I didn't see it. I see it now that I
So
can
you're
walk
incorrect.
up to the car.
Okay, so now I got pulled over and you were erroneous.
I'm not erroneous. My pulling you over was correct. But now that I'm up this close, I can
Now you see how you were incorrect.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, can I take a look at your driver's
Nope,
license real quick?
I don't consent.
Okay.
There's no legal reason for you to pull me over. You can keep walking, man. Am I free to go?
You're not free to go. I'd like to make sure you're okay to drive this car.
I'm good to drive this car. I don't consent to anything you have to say. Please leave. Please may I be on my way.
Okay. Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter. It's none of your damn business, dude.
Okay.
Let me go. I'm good to go. You have absolutely no right to have pulled me over, and you're just pushing this thing, and I got stabbed by one of you crap cops, and this freaking DA up here is charging me for it to keep it quiet. All you guys have done is terrorize me, and all you're doing right now is doing nothing, accomplishing absolutely nothing, and there's no reason for you to be messing with me. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
Okay. I'm not messing with you, sir. I couldn't see your license.
Right. So am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. I'd like to see registration and driver's license.
I do not consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. There's no reason for you to ask me for that. There's no reason for you to pull me over. You were erroneous. Ma'am, am I free to go?
I need to see your driver's
Nope.
license.
Am I free to go? I don't consent.
Please.
I don't consent. No.
Okay.
There's absolutely no reason. There is absolutely no reason, pal, for you to ask for that when you were erroneous to pull that over.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, I disagree.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here. There's no reason for you. You saw that it's erroneous right there. Everything, run my tags, do all that stuff. I don't consent to any reason you doing any of this. I absolutely detest everything in your being right now. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to see your driver's
No,
license.
don't consent. There's absolutely no reason for you to ask for that. Piss off, dude. Straight up, man. Straight up. I'm a combat veteran wounded warrior, and you have absolutely no reason. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. Go get your cop. Go get your sergeant. There's absolutely no reason for you to be pulling me over like this. I've been terrorized by the cops in this town, and you're doing your job to step in them shoes. I do not consent to anything. Am I free to go?
Okay, can I ask you how I'm terrorizing you?
Because you pulled me over for no reason. Am I free to go?
I pulled you over.
Am I free to go?
No, sir. I need to see your driver's license.
Nope.
and
I know.
registration,
I don't
please.
consent. Am I free to go?
No. Can
I don't
please-
consent. Am I free to go?
Can I ask you one question?
No, you already asked. You already done enough, man. Am I free to go? Ma'am, are you his sergeant?
Nope.
Can you get your sergeant up here?
He's in charge.
This guy is not complying. He illegally pulled me over. He wants to search and seizure me and my being, and he has absolutely no reason to. Y'all terrorists can take this elsewhere. I'm not consenting.
Okay. If your driver's license is good, I just need to verify.
There is
that.
no reason. Tell me why you need to verify that. I wasn't breaking any law. I wasn't speeding, and you can see that my truck is legitimate. Why do you need to see anything?
Okay.
You don't. Go. Let me leave. I do not consent. Let me go.
Okay. All I want to do is check that you're good to drive.
I'm good to drive.
Okay.
I do not consent. Let me go.
I don't know.
I don't consent. Let me go.
Okay.
Well, you pulled me over illegally because you could not see the license plate in my thing. Now your story is you don't know if I'm good to drive. Dude, I don't consent. Leave. You're terrorizing me. You're absolutely terrorizing me. Am I free to go?
No. You're
Why not?
Free to go.
Why not?
I just need to check. See if
No,
you're good to
I
drive.
do not consent. I am good to drive. I was driving just fine. You pulled me over for a tag violation, not because I was erroneously driving. Dude, you can push this as far as you want to go. You're on video. You're on live uplink, live load. You had better hope, Lee Wachowski, that you are correct, because you're asking me now that I'm not good to drive my vehicle when you just said that you pulled me over because you couldn't see my tag. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to make
That's
sure your
illegal
license
search
is
and
valid.
seizure. There is absolutely no, you do not need to. There's absolutely no reason for you to. I don't consent. There's absolutely no reason.
Okay, then will you provide me with your name and date of birth so I can check?
Nope. Dude, you can run these tags. That's everything right there that you need to do, that are you legal to do, and that you can see through the window like you just said. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. It's very simple.
Get your sergeant on the line. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. If you just let me see your driver's license.
There's no reason for you to do this, dude. Do you know who I... All right, I'll show you something. I'm not...
You are. Okay. Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that. Okay.
Take that. That's ID.
Okay.
Now you're trying to get legal, dude. Piss off.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Yep, you are.
But check your driver's license.
Dude, that's my ID right there. Why don't you go look that up?
That is not ID.
Why don't you find out how you're going to wind up on film?
That's fine. I realize I'm on film.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
protesting
I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. There is no reason for you to pull me over. You said you saw it now. Now am I free to go?
No, sir.
Don't consent. Get your sergeant on the line.
Okay.
Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here.
In the meantime, if you just let me see your driver's license and I check that you have a valid driver's license.
Would you hand over your driver's license immediately, or first ask whether the stop itself is legally justified? In the United States, the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, while state traffic laws often authorize officers to request a driver's license during a lawful traffic stop. In this encounter, the officer appears to rely on a possible license plate violation, while the citizen argues that the original reason no longer supports continued detention. From a communication standpoint, the officer earns a C for limited de-escalation, while the citizen earns a C+ for consistently asserting his position but using confrontational language that increases tension.
You have a ID on your driver's license?
Have I committed a crime?
I can ask you at any time to identify yourself.
Am I under suspicion of committing a crime?
No.
Yeah, Texas is not a stop and identify state.
Do you have a driver's license or identification on you?
Am I required to answer the question?
Yes, you are required to answer the question.
Well, I don't think he needs to identify if he hasn't committed a crime.
It doesn't matter. If I ask him to identify himself, he needs to identify himself.
Familiar with Penal Code 3802?
Yeah,
What does it say?
very well.
What does it say?
Do you have an ID on you or not?
You need to lawfully arrest him.
No, I don't have to lawfully arrest him. I don't have to. He's being detained on a traffic violation.
Yeah, he's not driving.
It doesn't matter. He's being detained at a traffic stop. I have the right to identify anybody in the vehicle.
Unless you suspect him of a crime. That's 3802.
That's what I'm gonna do, is see if he has any warrants or anything for his arrest.
Well, you suspect him of having any warrants?
Could be, yeah.
Well, you have to articulate your reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're breaking the law twice.
Well, you're talking to me then.
Yeah. Okay. He's a passenger in a vehicle that the law's being broke in. Okay. You were speeding, number one. Number two, you're
allegedly speeding.
Allegedly speeding.
Allegedly.
80,
that's your allegation.
84 and a 70 is not
your
allegedly.
allegation. I haven't been convicted of that.
Your registration is out on your vehicle, so I could arrest you if I wanted to.
But I don't think that's an arrestable offense.
Yes, it is. The only two non-arrestable offenses: speeding and open container. Which you have a speeding violation, and you don't have an open container, but you do have expired registration. Okay. I can have this vehicle towed, and you can be arrested.
To be towed, I have to be convicted of the crime.
You are convicted. You're driving a vehicle.
I haven't been to court.
You're being okay. I sure do.
Okay, would like to talk to him.
Okay, I will let you talk to him, and if I have to, I'll have him come out here.
Okay? Yeah, I'm requesting a supervisor.
Okay, all right, good deal.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
I pulled this guy over, 84 and a 70 on 119. I asked him for his driver's license and insurance, and of course are you aware of penal code, yada yada, all this and that. Well, he's got expired registration on the vehicle. Asked the passenger for his identification. He wouldn't give me his identification at all. He's asking for a supervisor to make location.
So they're asking for a supervisor to make location on a traffic stop?
Yes.
Where are they from?
San Antonio. I told him, that he's in violation of the law because he was speeding. He said, no, I was allegedly speeding. And I said, well, you also have expired registration. And he said that he hasn't been convicted of that, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Are they
I have no idea. It's two Hispanic gentlemen.
Two Hispanics?
Yeah, I told him, he could be arrested for the registration and the vehicle could be towed. And he sat and argued with me and said, no, I can't do that, and that I need to have. He's requesting a supervisor to make location.
Okay. Let me call Chief, tell him what's going on, and then I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. The guy's not IDing, and he's refusing to cooperate with the rest of us. That's correct?
What is going on is the driver. I went up, I introduced myself, this Deputy Kelly, blah blah blah, and I asked him for his license and insurance, and he handed me his license. He hadn't handed me his insurance yet, and then I asked the passenger. I said, can I see your? Do you have an ID or can I get your name and date of birth? And he goes, have I committed a crime, or am I suspicious of committing a crime? And I said, no. I said, but we check everybody that, we have the right to check anybody in the vehicle to, just to see if, to identify yourself, number one, see if you have any, if there's any issues or whatever, warrants or whatever. And he said, but have I committed a crime? And then the guy said, well, you're aware of penal code such and such and such? And I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, well, you need to read over that, a little bit better or something. And I said, well, you also have committed a violation with expired registration. And I said, so you guys are being detained on a traffic violation, and that's why I'm asking for, identification from both of you. And he goes to say, I'm alleged, you're alleging, I haven't been convicted of the speeding violation. I said, but you do, have expired registration. He said, but the passenger's not. He's not driving the vehicle. Why do you need his identification? And I explained it to him again. He goes, well, I need your supervisor to come out here.
Well, supervisors are off, and she said, I'm not coming out.
Okay.
Get Mr. D or Brandon out there with you. Chief said, because at the time I got the two mixed up. I thought you said the guy hadn't provided the ID.
The driver gave me his identification. I ran him and he's clear.
Okay.
But there, he's being the passenger's not cooperating. They're driving 84 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone.
1216 status.
Hang on one second. 1216. Everything's okay. Can you have 1208 make my location, please?
DeWitt County, 1208.
So, but the passenger's not cooperating.
Okay. Well, the passenger technically, we can request, but he doesn't have to.
Sure.
Okay. Tell the guy you're going to be cited for this and this. If he refuses to sign, tell him okay.
Can police ask for a passenger's name even when they admit he is not suspected of a crime? Yes, but asking is not the same as compelling. Texas Penal Code Section 38.02 generally criminalizes refusing identifying information after a lawful arrest, while false information can create liability during a lawful detention. The deputy was correct that the passenger was detained with the vehicle, and that Texas law may permit custody for some traffic offenses, but he overstated his authority to compel the passenger's ID. Officer, C-. Citizen, B+ for calm questions and accurate issue spotting, though some legal statements were broader than the statute.